Track 29.
Last year, I went on an adventure holiday with my family. We stayed at a campsite by a huge lake in the mountains. It was far away from any cities, and there were lots of wild animals and birds. My dad said that a few black bears lived in the forest by the lake. Every day we looked for black bears, but we didn't see one until...
Good afternoon, third standard. How are you all? You just listened to a track now about adventure story, adventure trip. Okay. So here, after listening to the first track, I want you to look at the pictures and match it to the correct picture. Is it A, B, C, or D? So just mark it in your textbook. All right. And then in your textbook itself, look for the words campsite, means a place where you camp. Sniff, sniff panna manakka. In which picture is it shown? Black bear. I think it's there in more than one picture. Karadi, okay. Bush, bush panna chediyal ponda. Hide, ഒളിയ. Stare, ഇങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ തുറച്ചു നോക്കില്ലേ, ചിലപ്പോൾ പേടി കൊണ്ടാവാം, ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് കൊണ്ടാവാം, പക്ഷെ ഇങ്ങനെ തുറച്ചു നോക്കുന്നതിനാണ് സ്റ്റെയർ പറയാം. So try to find those pictures which have these words, okay, and match this track to whichever picture is there. Now the next one, you have to read. You read and listen and put the pictures in order. Say, does C come first and then A, then whatever. Okay, so just write 1, 2, whatever. Okay, so listen to the track now. Just a minute.
Track 30.
One evening, my big brother Jack and I were walking back to the campsite. It was getting dark. Then we saw it. A strange black shape on the road. Look, Jack, what's that? I said. The black shape moved towards us, getting bigger and bigger. Jack stopped. Tom, it's a bear. We need to hide, and fast. He pushed me towards a bush. Quick! Get behind that bush. We hid behind the bush and looked through the leaves. I could see the bear nearby. It stood high on its back legs and sniffed the air. Look, Jack, I said. It's here. It's sniffing the air. It's enormous. It can smell us, Jack said. It's coming to get us.
Okay, so now this seems like an interesting and we have stopped at a very crucial juncture. Sorry. So, now you have to predict what is going to happen. Bear vanivire kanu. Bear, will it attack them, or will the bear see something else, or will the father come and rescue them, or will somebody else rescue പറഞ്ഞാൽ രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്താം. What will happen to these two brothers? What will happen to the bear? So pause the video and check for 2 minutes what you think will happen. Okay, because now after that after this I'm going to play the soundtrack where it tells you what is going to happen. So before you listen to that, you make your own conclusion, predict your own end to the story. Okay, that's how you develop your story, creating stories, the skill of creating stories. Okay, your creativity is improved by that. So think of it, pause the video, think of it, set the end to the story, and then listen to the next track. Okay, so just a moment.
Track 31.
The bear grunted loudly. It turned to the bush. My heart was beating fast. Too scared to move, we stared at the bear. It sniffed the air again. Time seemed to stand still. Then slowly, the bear turned and looked ahead. It ran over to the side of the road to a big rubbish bin. It stood up again, pushed open the lid, put its enormous paw inside and grabbed a leftover hamburger with great enthusiasm. The bear wasn't interested in us after all. The hamburger was far more exciting. "Take a photo," I whispered. Jack pulled his phone from his pocket. Otherwise, no one will ever believe us.
Okay, so you just heard what the bear did. It was not interested in the brothers, the boys. The bear was just interested in the rubbish bin, and there was a hamburger in it. So, adinu vesnittu, it was after food. It was not after people. Okay, so this is an adventure story, and it is nice. It's really exciting, dangerous, adventurous, lot of suspense. Okay, so did your ending to the story, was it similar to what happened actually? Were you even close? So just think about that. Okay, now when we talk about things that happen in the past, we use something called past simple. Okay, so if it is verbs, that are regular parna kerkana verbs anengil, you add ed to it. We stayed, we walked, or I looked, I watched. What happens? You add only an ed to it to show it was in the past. ഞാൻ കഴിച്ചു, ഞാൻ കണ്ടു, that past tense കാണിക്കാൻ. But there are verbs that are irregular verbs. പറഞ്ഞാൽ കേൾക്കാത്ത കുട്ടികളെ മാതിരി പറഞ്ഞാൽ കേൾക്കാത്ത verbs ഉണ്ട്. അങ്ങനത്തെ verbsൽ you can't add ed. For example, went. ഞാൻ പോയി എന്ന് കാണിക്കാനോ went. Okay, അതിൽ ed ഇല്ല. Okay, ഇപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ റണ്ണിന്റെ പാസ്റ്റ് ആണ് ran. Okay, was അവിടെ ed ഇല്ല. ബാക്കി എല്ലാ സ്ഥലത്തും ed ഉണ്ട്. Stand in the past ആണ് stood. Okay, so certain verbs have ed, which is simple past tense കാണിക്കണം. But certain irregular verbs you have to know by heart. Okay, so now I'm going to play this track again. In your textbook itself, you have to fill in the words with the appropriate word. Okay, so the first one is turned. Okay, so instead of writing turned, you can just put one there. Now the second one, whatever it is, you just put two on top. Okay, all right, so just mark it in your textbook. And also when you are listening to it, feel what the person, that narrator, is saying. Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he excited? Is he angry? Is he scared? Is he surprised? What are the feelings that you feel when you hear the track? All right, okay, so I'll just play the track and you mark it in your text. Just a minute.
Track 31.
The bear grunted loudly. It turned to the bush. My heart was beating fast. Too scared to move, we stared at the bear. It sniffed the air again. Time seemed to stand still. Then slowly, the bear turned and looked ahead. It ran over to the side of the road to a big rubbish bin. It stood up again, pushed open the lid, put its enormous paw inside and grabbed a leftover hamburger with great enthusiasm. The bear wasn't interested in us after all. The hamburger was far more exciting. "Take a photo," I whispered. Jack pulled his phone from his pocket. "Otherwise, no one will ever believe us."
Okay. So you just, I hope you were able to fill in the blanks with appropriate words. When you listen to the story, did you feel the narrator പറഞ്ഞ കഥ പറയുന്ന ആളുടെ പേടി അയാളുടെ you know he's shocked, surprised is the wrong word, he's taken by surprise. ഈ ബെയറിനെ കണ്ടിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ അയാൾക്കുള്ള പേടി. So see, my heart was beating fast. Too scared to move, we stared at the bear. Okay, so when you say a story, your emotion should come in that voice. Okay, അപ്പം നിങ്ങൾ കഥ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ കഥ പറയുമ്പോൾ ആ ഇമോഷൻ വരണം. കഥ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഇമോഷൻ മനസ്സിൽ വരണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ you will not be able to write. Okay, so you feel the story and then you write. When you read the story also, you should feel it. All right, that's standard. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a lovely day, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you later. Bye. Jai Hind.